Hello, everyone. I knew it was going to happen now. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to our little corner of the internet called the Mustache and The Beard.com. Two great geeks changing the world, one post at a time. My name is Louis Matos. I am otherwise known as the Mustache.
Because he's got the mustache.
The co-conspirator and co-contributor to the Mustache and The Beard.com. This is our Red Capers video number 7. Yes, recapping what the post that we had in the past 2 weeks. And this is where we talk about geek culture, genre entertainment, and all the little things in between that make life worth living.
That's right.
Joining me today, as always, is my buddy.
Ta-da-da! Captain Chaos! No, I'm sorry. Okay.
Wrong video.
Wrong video. Sorry. Wrong video. I had a flashback there. Sorry. Too much tequila. Hi. I'm Junior Figueroa, a.k.a. The Beard. Why? Because I got a beard. Coming to you live. Live. Believe me. Are you alive? I'm alive.
I'm alive, absolutely.
Coming to you
Thank
live.
God.
Thank God.
Knock on wood.
Ooh. Coming to you live from Puerto Rico. Sunny well, not right now because it's nighttime, but generally sunny Puerto Rico. Where the women, hot Puerto Rico. Hot. Very hot.
Right, tell me about the women.
The women are hot. The men are hot. You're looking at two hot men right here.
Uy, papacito.
Ooh. Suavecita. Listen, the women are hotter, the beaches are wetter, and the martinis are drier. I know, because we've had too many today already.
Booyah!
Booyah!
You'd think that we were a bunch of alcoholics.
And
we're a bunch of lightweights. 2 beers and we're already, it's nap time.
Oh, that's what it was, a beer? Damn, I thought it was tequila.
All right. It's been 2 weeks since we had our recap,
Yes.
Red Capers number 6.
I apologize. I was feeling under the weather.
The Beard got a little sick, and I wasn't going to do the video without him. If you all remember, when I went to Kentucky, he didn't do the video without me. So I guess this is,
we are joined at the hip.
Yes. So I figured I'd return the favor. Also, it's been a holiday week. Church has been a priority.
We have Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, to all of you.
To all of you, happy Thanksgiving.
So we're back. And so I just want to know, Beard, how are you feeling? You feeling good?
I'm feeling good. I'm with you. The Team Supreme is back in action.
And whenever we're together, we have a good time.
Yes, and especially when he wears orange. He is wearing an orange shirt. Come on, honestly, people. Doesn't he look good in that shirt?
Yeah.
I am amazed. He's a good-looking guy. Listen, women, he's single, by the way. You know, he's available. He's available. You can ask me for more information on Facebook, and I'll give it to you. Give you a hookup there. You can, you know.
Yeah, they really love me in this color in prison.
Prison orange suits you.
All right. Remember, you're going to speak up this time, right? No.
Aren't I speaking up?
Yeah, you're speaking up now nicely,
Okay,
but you
all
know,
right.
like when you get in a conversation, and this is your natural
That's
rhythm.
no, I'm speaking up because I purposely I put a thumbtack on my seat, so it's sticking in my butt. Okay, so this is why it's making me talk real loud.
Yeah, he gets passive aggressive with the, you know, please speak up. I know. All right, all right. Okay. That was funny though. If you all missed Red Capers number 6, that was a very funny gag with the please speak up. He just constantly, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't have the sign anymore, so I can't do it.
Yeah.
Apparently, the joke has run its course.
Yeah. But if you haven't seen Red Capers number 6, it's on
What
the
the hell's the
feed.
matter with you? If you haven't seen it, what are you waiting for?
All right, it's on the feed, so you can watch it at any time. So without further ado, let's talk about the last 2 weeks in review after Red Capers number 6. You and I switched days. I had the Monday post, and where I wrote about some of the Jasons that wore, the actors that played Jason. They wore the mask or the makeup, and in some cases both.
Interesting stories.
Yeah, I went the first 4. I did the first 4 Friday the 13th movies, which 5 actors played Jason. So, you know, somewhere in between these 5 different actors. Now, I didn't know about all of them. I didn't know about all the behind the scenes. So when it wound up starting to be a lot, I'm like, okay, I think we're going to have to do a part 2 and a part 3. So that was pretty fun. Reading these stories about these actors and stuntmen that played Jason. Ari Lehman, who basically his screen test was basically one question: do you know how to swim? And so yeah, he's the one that has that big spoiler alert at the end. There is this big scene that, if you don't know about it, you must be 14 years old and haven't seen a horror movie yet. Anyway, so I talked about the first 5 Jasons.
The first 4
Interesting. Warrington Gillette basically played one scene, and he gets all the credit. His stuntman Steve Dash. You know, he's the one that's wearing the makeup the entire time. And the big scene that everybody remembers is the end scene by Warrington Gillette. So he gets all the credit. And Bendito, the stuntman, you know, he has to wear this makeup for 8 hours. To put the makeup on his face, 8 hours every day. It's like, Bendito, he doesn't get his credit. But we're giving him credit, and, you know, hopefully the angels he's singing with the angels, because he's one of the first ones that have passed away. Richard Brooker is another one that passed away, and he was in the Friday the 13th Part 3, which, you know, it's iconic because that's the one where he actually puts the hockey mask on for the first time. And honestly, the one, if I were to say, of these 5, Ted White is the gentleman. He is a big man. He's older. He's 6'4". Now he's 6'4". At his age, he's in his 70s.
Damn,
he's a big man.
And he's shrunk.
Yes, and right. When you get older, you kind of like go like this, right? And he's this, but he's the way that he reacts to fans when, you know, at the conventions, they love him. But he's not my favorite. Although of these 5, he is. Then one of the things that is really upsetting about this whole thing with the Friday the 13th is that the MPA, as the Friday the 13th franchise went on, the movie industry were saying that these movies were too violent, so they would ask the directors to cut more and more of these movies out. In cutting out whole chunks of kill scenes, they had to fill them with scenes from the previous movies, and these actors didn't get credit for it. So that kind of blows. But worse for a Friday the 13th fan is the fact that these bits that were cut out have been lost or destroyed.
Damn.
And so so any of the
sex
scenes,
there was no effort to preserve them.
There was never an effort to preserve them because the MPAA just kept saying cut more, or we're going to give you an NC-17 rating or an X rating. So these movies are not, and as they got more, you could see that the you're missing the kill scenes. The things that made you love Jason.
All that blood and guts and family and
all that good stuff. All right. On that Wednesday we had our autopsy video number 4. Was last Wednesday, and we went deep into 2 episodes. 2 episodes for an entire hour. I was surprisingly underwhelmed by the fact that Pennyworth looks like it could be a great show, but that it's an Elseworlds show. I love everything Batman. Batman is my guy. He's my superhero. And yet, I hate with a passion when somebody says, we're going to do a Batman story, but, it's not really a Batman story. Then it's not a Batman story.
Real Batman.
So it's Batman adjacent, but
it's Batman in another universe.
Yeah, so I was upset that it was not tied to canon. So I gave it 3 Grey Geeks. My reservations regarding it, you heard them all. I'm not going to repeat them. I'm cautiously optimistic though because I'd really love to watch the rest of this show. You, on the other hand, gave it 4 Grey Geeks. I know you had the same kind of reservations, but you really were grooving on the show.
And the guy that plays
Pennyworth.
Alfred Pennyworth, I think he should be the next James Bond. I'm campaigning for him to be the next James Bond. You hear me? Barbara Broccoli, I am campaigning. I demand he be the next Bond. Make it happen.
All right.
You may proceed.
Yeah, so Daniel Craig, step aside.
No. I love Daniel Craig. But he said that this was going to be his last movie.
We'll see.
I didn't make him say that.
No, honestly, he could. I would love for him to do 7.
Me too.
But
Me too. I think he should make 7 Bond movies, equaling the number of Sean Connery and Roger Moore. I think so, and I that would ensure his place in Bond history, and I think he deserves that niche in Bond history.
They all listen. They all have a niche in the Bond history. George Lazenby only did 1 movie, and we recently watched it, and it's like
George Lazenby is going to go down in history as the most accessible and friendly Bond. Because this is the guy who appears in every convention, goes to every convention, meets the fans, totally accessible.
And you're a Facebook friend of his.
I'm his friend on Facebook. He has even spoken to me on Facebook.
All right, cool. All right, that Saturday was TARDIS Day. As a Whovian, you posted a piece on the first 3 Doctors. Why don't you talk about that?
I'm doing a retrospective on all 14 actors that have officially played Doctor Who in Doctor Who canon. Now, I set out to write this article, not realizing what an enormous task it was going to be. After writing about the first 3 doctors, I was 8 pages into this article, and I realized that I was going to have to do it in parts. I was going to have to do it in chapters, because just 8 pages for 3, and there's 14 of them altogether, and it gets it gets a little more complicated as you go into these different actors and different aspects of the show. So I decided to break it up into 3s. So I did the first 3, and then I did 4, 5, and 6. So I'm still doing. I still have not posted the other ones as of yet, but they are coming. This is in celebration of TARDIS Day, and if all of those of you who are Whovians like me, yay! All those who are Whovians like me, check out the article. You'll love it. If you're not a Doctor Who fan, and check out the article, and you will become a Doctor Who fan. You will become a Doctor Who fan. If any of you out there hate Doctor Who, don't make me hurt you. Don't make me angry.
I thought I did.
You won't like me when you make me angry.
I saw the first 2 episodes of Doctor Who, the original show, and it was like, oh wow, I don't know why I didn't like it when I was younger. Probably the British accents were a little difficult to understand.
Yeah,
but
especially every time they get a new doctor, he's got a different accent.
Yeah.
One is Scottish, one is Welsh. One, you gotta retune your ears.
Yeah. And I used the subtitles, so that helped.
Yeah, that always helps.
Now, you also wrote a second one that during Thanksgiving week with the next 3 doctors, right?
Right.
You want to tell us about that?
Okay. Well, okay. The first 3 doctors were William Hartnell, Patrick Troughton, and John Pertwee.
Love that he could just rattle those off.
And the thing is that what we have here in their tenures, right? We have the introduction of the Doctor and the initial concept of the series, which was supposed to be, this was family entertainment, so the show was supposed to be sci-fi, space travel, sci-fi, time travel, historical. So there were a great many episodes that, aside from the time travel, there was nothing else that was sci-fi about it. In other words, they would travel to another time period, and the adventure they had in that time period had to do with the time period, not aliens, not monsters, not anything like that. However, by the time the second Doctor came along, they had pretty much dropped the time travel stories. They still time traveling, but if they went back to, say, the Old West, there would be a robot or a monster or something sci-fi in the Old West. They did this. They did this interchanging with actors simply because the original actor, William Hartnell, the original Doctor, was an old man. He was a cantankerous old man, and William Hartnell got sick. He had arteriosclerosis, and
Cantankerous means pain in the kachangas.
extreme pain in the kachangas. So he had to leave the show. So they originally thought in terms of, let's just replace him with a lookalike. But then it dawned on them that he's an alien. So why don't we make it that that if he dies, his body regenerates into a new body, and so that we can and that frees us up in terms of casting, which is what they did. So the original Doctor dies, and he becomes Patrick Troughton. And then when Patrick Troughton left the series after 3 years, he becomes John Pertwee. At around this time, talking about James Bond, at around this time, the Bond movies were very hot. And the BBC was switching from black and white to color. The first 2 Doctors had been in black and white. So they went for a more dashing doctor, tuxedo, dinner jacket, the whole nine, more action oriented, in keeping with the Bond theme, and also they exiled him on Earth, so his adventures were taking place still sci-fi. They were taking place all on Earth. This lasted until the 10th anniversary of the series, in which case his people asked him for help, and as a reward they restore his ability to time travel, and so now the Doctor was able to do what he did before, but he stuck around because he had made all these friends on Earth. And that takes us past the first three. Come the fourth Doctor, who was in his day the most famous Doctor, because the first two Doctors played him for 3 years each. The third Doctor played him for 5 years. The fourth Doctor, Tom Baker, the one with the scarf, he was the Doctor for a whopping 7 years.
Wow.
7 years he played the Doctor. He is the most well-known Doctor. Simply for longevity, everybody...
And that scarf.
And that scarf. That distinctive scarf that I think it was 10 feet. I think it was a 10-foot scarf. So, which is interesting because you know the patterns on the scarf? He later shows that they're actually in certain measurements. He can measure things according to the patterns. So he uses it like a ruler.
Interesting.
That's interesting. We didn't know that when we just thought that he was a crazy man with a scarf. So that takes us to the fourth Doctor. Then the fifth Doctor was Peter Davison. He was hired mainly, you may know him from, originally he was known from Tristan, from All Creatures Great and Small. And they hired him mainly because he was different, the very well-known British series about veterinarians. There was 3 brothers who were veterinarians and had their own clinic, and the youngest brother was played by Peter Davison, Tristan. He was extremely popular. He was hired because of they wanted somebody different from Tom Baker, and boy, you couldn't get any more different than Peter Davison. And he asked Patrick Troughton for advice. Patrick Troughton told him, do it for 3 years and then get out. And that's what he did. He did it for 3 years and then he got out. And then he was replaced by Colin Baker, no relation to Tom Baker. And Colin Baker is arguably the most controversial Doctor because there were certain decisions that the BBC made during that time. For example, they put the show on hiatus for 18 months between seasons. And then when they brought it back, they changed the format. And it played havoc with the ratings, and they blamed not their decision to put the show on hiatus or to change the format, but they blamed it on Colin Baker.
On the actor,
They blamed it on the actor. And so he left in a huff. And I don't mean he left in a little Italian sports car. And he left bad blood. There was bad blood when he left. So anyway, that takes us through the first 6 Doctors. Then my next article will deal with, we'll talk about that later.
Okay. Like I said, it interested me enough to start checking out some of the Doctor Who series. Again, now this is a series that is like 800 episodes long. So
It started in 1963.
Good luck with that. There are some
but
episodes that are lost.
Like I told Lewis, you don't have to start at the beginning. You really don't. Because the show was canceled at one point and then brought back, you could start
when it was brought back,
and that's a good jumping on point. And that's only, that was the 9th Doctor, so it's not that, it hasn't been that long. And they're easy to get, the newer episodes are easy to get to. Amazon Prime, Netflix.
Yeah, I tried looking it up on the internet. That was tough. That's why I only got to see like 2 episodes. Anyway, thanks.
YouTube has
good post. All right. We didn't have another video last week again because, like we said, sickness and all of that. However, I wrote up a follow-up on the Jason article and found that I have enough for a third and final post. Talked about 3 other actors, Tom Morga, who has the fame of having played both Michael Myers, as well as Jason, and Leatherface.
You're kidding.
No.
This guy should be in the Hall of Fame.
He probably is, although he was in Friday the 13th Part 5. One of the worst. All right.
That kind of like...
yeah. That kind of puts a damper on.
Yeah. No, but still, man, it's not his fault.
Right. And I told you about Dan Bradley, who was in Friday the 13th Part 6 in one scene. If you remember this movie, this is the one with the paintball soldiers. And the paintballers hit Jason. And from the stills for that day, they were like, wow, this does not look like the Jason that we all know. He looks like he ate the Jason that we all know. Yeah, a little chunky guy. So once they saw the stills for the day, they were like, you know what? Goodbye. And they found this other person, C.J. Graham. To get the full story, you should read the post. I knew that today was going to be a longer video, so excuse us, but we have 2 weeks to catch up. Yeah. All right, and we also have some shout-outs.
Oh, okay.
So before we move on to next week's, what we're discussing next week's posts, I want to tell you we have some shout-outs. This one has been pending since the very beginning. Since before we began the Mustache and the Beard. My father was in on the conversations when we talked about, when I first asked him, when I first asked Junior to come in here to start working on a blog with me. We were thinking and debating. He had just gotten here in August. In September, we were like, should we start in September? And we're like, to start in September, we don't even know the WordPress or how to do a blog. So we held off for a month.
We still don't know how to do a blog.
Yeah. And so we decided on Geektoberfest being the beginning of the blog.
Because we make up our own words. You see, we have our own dictionary, and we make up our own words. Geektober, it's a word. Yes, it is.
So when I explained to my dad about having our own domain, that we wanted to be in control of.
And he asked us, why do you want to move out?
Yeah, Dad said okay. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to, Junior and I are going to have to come up with X number of dollars. And he said, you know what? Do it. And he gave me the cash for it. He said, I'm in. Never knowing really what the Mustache and the Beard was. He didn't understand the Two Great Geeks. None of that.
He didn't understand us.
Uh-huh. So, last week was Dad's birthday. So, I intended to do this a week ago. But, Dad, Reverend Pastor Juan Eugenio Matos Nazario, you get a shout out.
Big one. A big one.
Eugene, what's up? So yeah, I just wanted to shout out my dad.
He is the power behind the scenes.
Yeah, he's with us.
And he's always got advice. Always got dynamite advice. Honestly.
I'm glad I didn't get emotional. Don't get emotional because you're gonna get me emotional. Yeah,
I am so happy to have him.
Yeah, he's here. Whenever. I go pick up the Beard from his home and bring him here to start getting ready for the weekend, to go to church and to prepare everything for the Mustache and the Beard. Dad is here. We bring him food, but he sits here and talks to us for hours.
He's one of us.
He's the original Grey Geek.
He's the original Grey Geek.
Yeah. All right. So, shout out, Dad. Awesome. Thank you. All right, it's been a crazy 2 weeks for the Matos family. I got to tell you, last week, or the last time, Red Capers number 6,
Right.
I shouted out a person that I really didn't know. I was like, Sergio Garcia, shout out, you know?
We gave him a shout out because he's been there,
Yeah.
he's commented,
He's posting.
he's you know, he's
Sharing.
he's sharing, he's got our back, you know, and so we gave him. Little did we know
That he was going to marry my sister on my dad's birthday. So for Carrie Garcia and Sergio Garcia, I'm going to shout you out. Thank you for sharing everything about us. And
congratulations.
yes, what's up? Woohoo!
Congratulations.
Yeah, all the best.
All the best.
To both of you.
Who'd have thought the guy would turn up to be a relative?
He's going to be a brother-in-law. He's a brother-in-law.
We were going to be related to him.
All right.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay with me.
Yeah. You got his blessing.
You got my blessing.
All right. Shout out number 3. The next person I'm going to shout out has already had a shout out. So, yeah, she's trying to be, I guess, selfish with the shout outs. She wants more. But that's great by us, because we want more. She quietly made a WordPress account, which is not exactly the most easy thing to do. But I wanted to recognize or re-recognize my niece, Kayla Sanchez. You made a WordPress. Now all you have to do is go on there and press the like button and do some commenting.
And make comments and make
Yes.
suggestions. And
So I love you, Geek Princess.
you the princess.
Kayla.
You the princess.
What's up? Woohoo! All right. This next person I'm going to shout out had his birthday this week. So here I go. He's a friend from church. I go onto his Facebook page because I knew that he had his birthday. So I was going to post, put a happy birthday, on his page. So I get on his page, and what do I see? I see one of our videos. He shared one of our videos. And then I go down further, and he shared another video. And then I see he hosted a watch party.
A watch party
Of our video.
of our video.
And so I kept, it's like, what is, he has practically all of our videos on his page, shared. Now, if you know this guy, this man, is kind of curmudgeonly and is a little bit, he goofs around a lot, but, half the time I'm not sure if he's serious or if he's joking around.
Has an incredible sense of humor.
Yeah.
Incredible sense of humor.
So I wished him a happy birthday. And then later on that week, on Thanksgiving, we went to a dinner where he was there. And so, he was goofing around and talking to us. And here I go, and I said, I didn't know that you shared our videos. And he goes, kind of gets a little sheepish, and he goes, yeah, I'm kind of a big fan. And we're like, and he goes to Junior, he goes to the Beard, like, I love you guys. And it was like heart-wrenching. It was like, oh my God. So Miguel Garcia, I'm shouting you out.
Yes. Let me tell you something. I love to laugh. But there are a few people in this planet that can make me laugh that I lose control. Okay? Miguel made me laugh in church. He made me laugh that I lost all control. Okay? And that feels good. So Miguel, for making me feel good, love you. We love you.
I didn't know he made you feel good. All right, you have a shout out.
I have a shout out.
You have a couple of shout outs. You should probably shout out. Well, that one. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's who I was going to shout out.
Okay.
Was there another one that I was supposed to show them?
Or the girls. Or for the...
Oh, yes, yes. Absolutely. Thank you. You see, this is why I keep him around, because
That's the reason.
because the tequila, woo, it destroys brain cells. Yeah. Okay. First, I want to give a shout out to this woman. I was married to her once. We are no longer married. I appreciate her. I am so grateful that she is the mother of my children. I truly am. And though she's not, we may no longer be married, right? She is still my closest friend. Okay? Jenny, I want to give you a shout out because you watched our videos, you commented on our videos, and it means a lot to me. The fact that I know that you're watching means a lot to me, and it makes me want to do more, want to be more. Okay? So this is for you, Jenny. Shout out.
Woo! What's up?
Jenny Covertier. Jenny Covertier. And I also want to shout out two absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, absolutely stunning women that I know. Two women that I know.
Yeah, all right.
Absolutely beautiful. And the amazing thing is that they're as beautiful on the outside as they are in the inside. And I'm talking about my daughters, Jeanette Figueroa and Inez Torres. Now, they came, we make up our own words. Geektoberfest, Geektionary, we make up our own words. Disastuary. So, my daughters got together and they made up the word. They wanted to give a name to the children and grandchildren of a geek, of a sci-fi geek, right? Because that's what they are. I'm the sci-fi geek, and they are my children. So they came up with Sci-Fi Maven. They told me I loved it. He loved it. We went with it. So I posted it. It is an official word now. Yes, it is. It's an official word.
In our Geektionary.
In our Geektionary, it is an official word.
When we set up our page for Geektionary, that'll be one of the words.
And we're going to do it. And it came to us via Jeanette Figueroa and Inez Torres. And this shout out is for you for being the best.
Woo! What's up? They came from outer space.
They came.
It's funny. He's always joking around about ex-wives, and he gets along better with his ex-wife than some people get along with their wives.
Most people get along with their wives. I get along better with my ex-wife.
All right. I guess that's it for all the shout-outs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And boy, I knew we were gonna be long today, but oh well.
Well, how long have we taken? I can't see.
38 minutes. 38 minutes. Okay, so we've got just a few more minutes, and we're gonna hit you with
coming soon to a theater near you.
On Monday, you're gonna post. You're gonna continue with Doctor Who.
Part 3.
Part 3.
Right.
So that's that.
Mm-hmm.
This post, when this video when you're seeing this video, it's post number 47. That'll be post number 48. Post number 49 will hopefully be the end of the actors who played Jason.
Right. Not that there's anything wrong with the 3 parts. I highly recommend that you read them.
Mm-hmm.
It's great stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
We write great stuff.
But post number 50 is for Friday. Post number 50. We couldn't just do any post, right?
When have we done just anything?
Right. And so we're going to do a video. It's not going to be an autopsy video. It's not going to be
Red Capers.
a Red Capers video.
No.
And it's not going to be a gaming video. All of those videos do pretty well. We're anticipating that this 50th post celebration video is going to contain. Well, I know I've already amassed a list of every single person who has supported us via Facebook,
via the
blog. So I have everybody's name, and I'm going to, as part of the ceremony,
amass the list.
Yes, that list will be read, so you'll get the pleasure, hopefully, of hearing your name being said by either the mustache or the beard. So that's one thing that we're planning on doing, and it's the Thanksgiving season, to demonstrate our gratitude for those of you that are following us. We know that we have over 400,
close to 500,
close to 500 followers
yes,
on the page, which we've been doing this for what, 2 months?
3 months.
3 months. Look at that. Yeah, tomorrow it'll be 3 months. Pretty darn excited. We are enthused.
Oh, wait a second.
No,
2 months.
September, all of September, all of October,
No, we didn't start
all of
posting
November.
till
You're right. 2 months.
October and November. We've been doing this for 2 months.
We're pretty awesome.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Good job.
Damn, we deserve it. We're just 2 months, and we're hitting our 50th post. Damn, we love you people.
All right, so we also kind of challenged each other, and so you challenged me. You want to tell them what you challenged me with?
Yeah, if I could remember. I challenged him to come up with 50 movies, 50 horror mashup movies. Horror and another genre. For example, horror, western, horror, sci-fi, horror, comedy. Something, 50 movies that are horror and mashup.
And I challenged you to say 50 sci-fi epics that led to a sequel or a TV show. So basically, a franchise.
Right. It can't be standalone.
Yeah.
In other words, this movie came out, and from this movie, they did a sequel to it, or it inspired a TV show.
Right.
But it can't be a standalone sci-fi movie.
Yeah, it's got to be like Star Trek: The Next Generation, right? It had the TV show and then the movies, right? Or Star Trek, the TV show. Well, so, you get the point. You get the idea. All right, so basically we'll be talking about those lists on our 50th post.
50.
So our video will be a thank you video plus the challenge, and hopefully it'll be something fun. Again, we keep doing new stuff, and you seem to like it because all of the weird videos are the ones where we get close to 200 people watching these videos. All right, so
the videos that we have no confidence in are the ones that get the most.
Yeah, the ones that we get worried about. People are gonna. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's have some fun. You seem to be having fun. We seem to be having fun.
We're having fun. We're having fun.
Yeah, and that's without the tequila and without the beer and without all the shenanigans. Bring on the dancing girls.
Yeah, that 50th anniversary. Strippers. Yeah.
All right.
Da, 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 da.
All right. With that having been said, We thank you for your attention and affection. As you can see, we have our my Twitter account, the website. You can follow me on Instagram. Jamie just started following me, and I started posting stuff. We're not done. Please join us and be excited by what we do. Be affectionate with that like button. Kiss it. Hug it. Yes, give us more. We love your comments.
Suggestions.
Let's be interactive. Please tell us what we got right and what you think we might have gotten wrong. As always, please continue to support the site. This is Louis Matos.
This is Junior Figueroa.
We say, have a great day.
Have a great week.
Take care.
God bless you all. Peace.